Joey, I haven't totally dug into it, but I think the certification is fairly similar to like they have the To Be Mindset mentor thing. It's like a certification in To Be Mindset. I don't think it like blew up sort of as much because it wasn't right away with the release of To Be Mindset. But a lot of it, from what I've watched and read, is on like how you can figure out like who it's for and marketing it and using like social media tactics to help more people.
I
Okay.
definitely think it's a way to leverage that more to say you're more of an expert in it, to be able to say you were certified in it. So more tools in that sense. What I don't know is it like video based where you're certified? So then they send you videos teaching you how to be certified. Is it written? So those are the details that I don't totally know. But yes, it's same with To Be. And I think of it as similar to like becoming a master trainer and being able to teach the live workouts. Just, them trying to leverage that aspect of the nutrition components that we have. So, all right. Well, welcome everybody.
Video classes. They're videos that you watch for certification, and then there's a test. Just
Awesome. Thanks, Maggie.
yeah.
I did not know.
Christina's been doing it literally all day because she's basically on bed rest. So I've been living vicariously through her.
Awesome. I've been living vicariously through her because I want that surgery. I don't know why. Anywho, welcome for those of you watching the recording. I am glad you guys are here tonight, whether you're on live or in the recording. We're just glad you're here. And I just want to, first of all, before I start saying a bunch of stuff, I want to just talk to you guys. What questions do you have out the gate with things? Let's just chat. How are you guys feeling about this month so far and the launch? What things are maybe holding you back, or what things are working well? Who wants to share anything? And if you don't want to share, that's fine too.
I just feel like I need to read up more on the, new product launch. I feel like all of a sudden I was seeing things about it. I'm like, well, wait a minute, where did this all come from? So I have to just read up more on it and just make the time. So I'm trying to carve out an hour in the morning to do that starting tomorrow, since it kind of caught up to me really quickly.
That's okay. I think it's good to carve out the time now, I don't ever I felt this way before when things launch, like feel like I missed something because it already launched or whatever. And think about it from the perspective of somebody following you, like they don't know. So just take it in stride and don't stress on it, because that's not going to, help you to absorb everything and move forward. Just take the time to learn up on it and go from here. Don't feel like you're behind in any way. Anytime a new project comes out, I always recommend that as coaches, we try it. So this is the first thing I wanted to talk about real quick. I don't know, some of you may or may not, and I won't reiterate the whole thing, but I posted a video that I felt like said everything that I've been thinking in the page, and it's from another coach who is in the roundtable with me. And basically she was saying that she's used To Be Mindset since May when her baby was born, and she lost 50 pounds and it changed her life. So now that Portion Fix is coming out, she's like, she didn't want to get on board. And I get that. I've felt that way in the past about specific workout programs that are just not me. I felt that way when they brought up To Be. I remember sitting at leadership and them introducing this brand new thing that's going to come. And my initial thought was, what am I going to do? Because you get used to doing what you're comfortable with and what you've been doing. And that's okay. That's okay. But as business owners, I want you to be open to the idea of trying new things. The example that I always use is the Ultimate Reset. The Ultimate Reset might be a product that you guys, some of you may or may not even know about, but it's a 21-day, pretty intensive cleanse. Not a cleanse. You do eat, but a detox in a way. And I felt like it was something that I needed to do so that I could speak on it. I had people randomly ask me questions about it. I had never done it. So we have so many programs and products now that you're not going to be an expert on every single one of them, and you're not expected to. I think the most powerful thing in this business is sharing your journey. So your journey is not a Beachbody poster board and the FAQs of all things Beachbody. Your story is what have you done and what has worked for you. So on the flip side of that, I never did double time. I don't even know if you guys know what double time is, but it's the latest Tony Horton. I think it's the latest one. And when they announced it at Summit a couple years ago, I thought, oh my gosh, that's perfect. I have kids. He does it with kids, and it's going to be rad. I don't think I ever pressed play on it one time. And that's my bad, because I'm going to sit here tonight and I'm going to tell you guys, you all need to dive into Portion Fix, but you don't need to be an expert in everything. I realized that really wasn't going to be my market. So, and I just didn't do it. I wasn't excited about it. So it's hard to get behind things that you're not excited about. But when it comes to Portion Fix, when it comes to Autumn, when it comes to these containers that we've had since 2015 now that have been so revolutionary and so huge for us as a company, you got to get behind it. Not saying you have to, buy it today, but I would encourage you to get it on your plan sometime this month and get that in your hands. Even if you already have the containers, I probably have 17 sets of containers from how many times I've bought them over the years. I still ordered my Ultimate Portion Fix because it is definitely a cornerstone of what we do. And I appreciate, and this is the positive mindset part of how I had to change my thinking around this new thing, that Beachbody is trying to put things in our hands that are going to counteract other things that are out there on the market. If you think about it, we were going full on fitness. They gave us the containers, great. And what have you been seeing all over social media the last 2-ish years? Keto coffee. I can't even think off the top of my head, but all these other, Thrive, wear this patch, do this thing, all these nutrition-based things. And Beachbody had to say, well, wait a minute. We just proclaim that you should eat clean and in the right portions, but how can we market that? How can we let people know that we're not just about fitness, that we're the whole package with nutrition? Let's figure this out. So they brought on Ilana. I always feel like I say her name wrong. And they did 2B, and I'm pretty sure that Autumn was like, well, I need to capitalize on that too. So she upped her game. She came out with another cookbook. She came out with more of the information that some people want to know about the how and the why with the Portion Fix, because some people want to know way beyond being just told this is what you should eat. They want to know why. And it all kind of started with Autumn when she launched 80 Day Obsession with the Time Nutrition. I know that in this program, she talks about that and why, and people want to know that. But then there's the people who don't want to know that. There's the people who don't want to feel like they're on some sort of plan. Those are 2B people. And that is what I think, in my opinion, what sets us apart from all those other companies is that we have now 2 really rad nutrition programs that on the one hand, they fit 2 very different clients. And on the other hand, they work really well together because, truth be told, I use both. The container system is so ingrained in my brain since it came out, because I was already coaching when it was launched, that it's just how I've eaten for 4+ years now. It's like I can't look at food and not in my mind picture how many reds and purples and whatever I'm about to consume, right? So, however, I still struggle with nutrition. I still have that mindset of, okay, I'm going to do 21-day fix. I'm going to do the containers, and I start to get a little grumpy before I even start it. And I know that I can do it, and I know that it works, and I know that it's awesome for me, but I still have that mindset game going on. So when 2B Mindset came out, that has helped me so much with that piece of it. So maybe you feel like you fall more in one camp than the other, and that's totally fine. So one way to look at this is to go, you know what? I am a 2B lifer. That is just something that I've lived and breathed since it came out. It works so much better for me than the containers. I'm going to try the containers because this is my business and I want to be able to help those people. But I'm going to still do 2B. And you know what? That's okay. I'm not suggesting that because I would venture to guess that most of us as coaches got into coaching because this helped us first and foremost with our own health and fitness. So it's okay to say, you know what? Portion fix isn't my thing. I need to stick with 2B for my own personal journey, but I'm going to make sure I understand what it is so that I can help people with it. I'm going to get that cookbook in my own hands so I can tell people, you know what, this is a rad cookbook and this could really be helpful for you. The other thing that it comes with that I don't know if you guys noticed, but in a PDF, the 75 recipes for kids, like I was like, I need that so bad. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is you don't have to fit in one box or the other. You don't always have to be doing exactly what your customers are doing, and you don't have to know everything about it. But you need to walk the walk and talk the talk, and you need to know enough to be able to help the right person. So I'll give one more example on why I'm so passionate about that part of it. I have a really good friend, and she bought Transform 20 Challenge Pack in January or December, whatever. And in my mind, what I thought I knew of her, I was pushing 2B on her so bad. I was, and that wasn't even an option to get 2B and Transform. I just had my mind made up. She needs to do 2B and she needs to do Transform 20 workouts, and that's what she needs. And in talking to her, she was like, you know what? No, I explained to her, of course, it wasn't Ultimate Portion Fix. It was just the containers versus 2B. I explained to her the difference, and she said, no, I need somebody to tell me, eat this, do this. This is how much you need to have. Here is the plan. Do not vary from this plan. You don't have 75% of this and 25% of this. You get this much in this cup, and that's it. I'm like, oh, so sometimes I think we prejudge people, and we think that, you know, it's a one size fits all, or we think they're going to be better suited for one, and that might not be the case. So the more you understand the two different programs and try them yourself, the easier it's going to be to make recommendations for people. So rant over. However, I don't know how many of you used that verbiage that we posted in the team page yesterday as a post. I used it last night. I got a few people who put the emojis, and I know that I said some ideas on what you could say back. What I ended up doing when I actually lived that through today was I sent that initial message, and I made it pretty vague so that it wasn't specifically talking about 2B mindset, and it wasn't specifically talking about Ultimate Portion Fix. And depending on what they said back to me, then I voice memoed them, and I said, look, I want to explain to you that what's really rad is I have 2 nutrition and fitness boot camps opening up, and they're slightly different, and let me tell you how. And so through the voice memo, I was able to explain a little bit in 1 minute, because on Messenger you get 1 minute. The little difference, I know there's a lot of differences, but a little quick and dirty on the differences between 2B and Ultimate Portion Fix. And I said, let me know which one sounds better for you. So that opened up all these conversations to really find out more about the person and what would be best suited for them. So it's not always a cut and paste with this. It does add an extra element to help figure out what's going to be the best fit for them. So I would love to hear from you guys in terms of questions, or, you know, if this is helpful to really wrap your brain around how you're going to move forward in talking about these 2 nutrition programs. You know, we're in a relationship business that has to do with something that's very personal for people. And when you're talking to somebody who needs help with their nutrition and exercise, it's personal. So get personal with them and ask the questions so that you can help them. And I also told them, I told the girls I talked to today, I said, you know what, unfortunately, there isn't an option to get both at this point in time. I mean, you could buy both, but obviously nobody's going to buy both out the gate, right? So I said, I would recommend let's pick one way to go. But I said, I've been using both myself, and in our boot camps, we will be sprinkling in a little bit of both, because in all honesty, you guys, we kind of do that. You know, we talk about drinking 16 ounces of water before our meals, and we talk about veggies most and all these veggie heavy recipes, even in a Transform 20 group where people are doing the containers, and people are definitely showing how many reds and yellows and things they're having. So I hope that that's helpful to kind of get your guys' mindset in a positive place around these nutrition programs that we have now.
Sounds good.
What do you guys think? Good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I will say, don't let it bog you down to the point where like, I just can't even invite people, because I've done that. Things come out and I go, I don't even know what to do. And it's like my coach brain leaves me. Yes, you know what to do. You keep inviting and you get to know the person, and then you make a recommendation. You know, and at the end of the day, you guys, some people aren't going to want either one of these. Some people are just going to want the basic challenge pack, which is still packed full of a lot of stuff. They'll still get the workouts, they'll still get their psychology, and they'll get what's now called the Body Nutrition Guide, which I'm still trying to find what that actually is. But it's going to be a basic nutrition plan. So
my client, my customer the other day that just bought the Ultimate 2B Mindset package, she wanted a package that she said she wanted something that had the recipes for her. Like, she didn't want something where like it told her to have like she didn't want something with the containers. She needed specific recipes that showed her what to make for each meal. So the Ultimate, the 2B with the recipe book that Matt and me had got, and I showed her, I sold her on that for the $220. So she bought that.
that's perfect.
And she loved it.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, she loved that because she said she specifically needed to see those recipes out for her, because she couldn't just get something that said to fill the containers. So
Yeah.
So this new thing on the Facebook group is going to be great for her.
That's awesome. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay.
But like you were saying, some people are going to want to know. Some people are going to be more for that, and then some people are going to need to see the containers. Like for me, I would specifically want to know like how many containers I'm going to need to eat for the day. But that's just me.
Yeah, totally.
Well, and I think over time they just become adaptable together, which is what I love. Like I eat in the portion of 21 Day Fix containers, but I eat in the system of 2B Mindset. So I feel like it all just kind of, they work together. It's just, you have to figure out what's going to work best for somebody right out of the gate.
Absolutely. And the cool thing is, you guys, is yes, you're selling them one way versus the other. But like I said, in our groups, we sprinkle in both. And at the end of the day, you're helping them with fitness and nutrition. It's not like you're not helping them with something because they chose one way to go. They're still getting support. And so you can't go wrong with either recommendation, really. And there might be a case where they pick 2B and it's just not working for them. Well, as a coach doing your due diligence, then maybe you suggest the portion containers down the road. There's tons of possibilities here.
I will say, Andy, I think we need an info group like ASAP for portion control.
Agreed.
So that we can start putting people in there and have a ton of great information and transformations and videos, because that all exists. So there's no reason why we have to wait.
Yeah, agreed. We should get that up and going.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds awesome. So I don't know. I also don't want this to be like information overload. And again, to the point of overwhelm where everybody just stops doing the things. So that was why I wanted to talk about this so much. And with the specific dates that this is rolling out, what I'm doing is anybody who says, you know what, I'm a portion fix person, I'm just saying, well, look, right now you can sign up as a coach. And I use the same verbiage that I've been using for a really long time to basically explain, like, I know that you're wanting to work on your own personal journey right now and you're not looking for a business. However, you'll save money, blah, blah, blah. And 9 times out of 10, when I have somebody sign up as a discount coach, whether it's out the gate or after they've been in a challenge group, they stay on it longer. Because when you're saving money on something, you're just going to stay on it longer. That's just, when I say stay on it, obviously I'm talking about Shakeology. So
Amy,
don't
can I
feel
ask you a
like
question really fast?
yeah.
That's about what you're talking about. If somebody's a customer right now and they want to sign up as a coach using Ultimate Portion Control, there is no such thing as a completion pack at this point. So how would somebody sign up as a coach to avoid paying the $40?
Wait, are you
and
sure?
I could not find one.
Let me look, because I thought that there was. I'll look after this call, and then I will answer that question, because that's a good question. If there, what I would say is, if there is no completion pack, if that is true, then if they're an existing customer, depending on how long they've had their BOD, they could cancel.
Yeah.
Get a new
I
challenge
think
pack.
they're a new customer though.
So they basically just paid for that. I'm gonna have to think that one through and look and see. There's been all kinds of Q&As in the roundtable about all the different packaging, so I'll score through that tonight.
Okay.
I did have one person cancel their BOD, but she only had like a month left, and we didn't even get into this conversation. I was planning to send her the completion pack. She had just canceled, and anyways, neither here nor there. But yeah. Oh, with dates. So I tell people, like, look, here's the option. You can still cancel. Not that we want you to, but don't feel like you're signing your life away. I always say that. Don't feel like you're signing your life away just because you decide to sign up as a coach out the gate. It's just going to save you money. And you can be selling Ultimate Portion Fix now. What tripped me up on Friday, which is why I got all crazy and came live in the team page, is because seeing that it wasn't launching till the 18th made me freak out a little bit. Like, I don't want to wait until 18th of the month to be set up with Portion Fix. So when people want it now, I'm just letting them know that you got to sign up as a coach, and I feel like it's working pretty well. And I'll be honest, it's kind of making me excited to have more of those conversations earlier on about, dude, like, just sign up as a coach, because it's going to be, it's just going to keep you on the journey. That's my personal story. So I guess in a way it's easy for me to say that because that's what was true for me. But I also think, I'm hoping that it gives you guys more confidence in even bringing up coaching. Because I know last week we talked about, a lot of you kind of raised your hand saying that you were nervous to bring up coaching. And I get it. But I'm hoping that maybe this turns out to be a blessing that they made it not on sale till the 18th for customers. So, what other questions do you guys have about it, or about the challenge groups that we're going to do for it, or any of that? The other thing that's different, I keep asking you guys questions and then I keep talking, sorry. The other thing that they get with Ultimate Portion Fix is access to the refilled Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. So for our challenge groups, we will do a prep week starting April 25th for Ultimate Portion Fix. Not April, March 25th. Ultimate Portion Fix prep week begins so that April 1st, when those refilmed 21 Day Fix workouts launch, away we go with those workouts. And then 21 Day Fix Extreme launches 3 weeks later. So another thing that I'm game planning in my head is, between now and then, if I have people say, you know what, most of the time it's the price point, I'll be honest, that's just too much for me. Do you have anything else? Or, is there another option that's a little bit less expensive? And I let them know about the basic annual challenge pack that's $160. They could still be in that challenge group because they could do the regular 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme, and they wouldn't be getting the containers anymore. But they'll get that basic nutrition guide, and they'll see a lot of the Portion Fix stuff because that group is going to be definitely geared toward the Portion Fix. And then for 2B Mindset group that we're doing right now, the 2B Fit, we are going to start prep week on Monday for that. And the following Monday, which is the 18th, I believe, we will start clean week for a week. So we'll have all those clients do clean week and then regular 21-day fix. Just if you're wondering, that's why we named it To Be Fit, because this is actually the first time we've done a To Be Mindset group where we're really trying to incorporate the fitness side of things. We have a lot of To Be graduates that have done multiple groups with us. And I just want to be able to help them in that way. And of course, because To Be Mindset says that exercise is optional, which by the way would be another thing when you're getting in conversations with people, if you're talking to somebody who's just like, I absolutely hate working out, I'm not going to do it, I'm never going to do it, then maybe they are more of a To Be person. And if they're in a group where some people are doing workouts, that's okay. Just let them know ahead of time that, don't let that be a turn off in any way.
Just as a reminder too, if you invite people into To Be Fit, make sure you go and introduce yourself. Don't invite, I would even do it before you add anyone into that group, because the more once you get them in there, it's just going to be that much better for you that they see your face as like a part of the info group. So if you plan on inviting in it, just make sure you go in there and say like, you can go look what I did last night as like an introductory post, and make one for yourself and just have it. So every time we do these info groups, you just hop in there, share your transformation, share your journey, and away you go.
I definitely copied you today.
What do you mean?
I was like, how did she make all those photos fit that way? And I spent way too long trying to figure it out, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I should have texted you.
Are you drinking wine?
I am. So I'm a little giggly. It's Wine Tuesday. I decided that on team calls, we should all drink a glass of wine together. Don't judge.
I just told James I wanted a shot. So, I mean, whatever we need to do.
You know what? It's okay on To Be and Portion Fix. So it's my yellow. Isn't it accessory on To Be? What's it considered on To Be?
I don't even know what it is on To Be now. I think it's just an extra.
I'm going to call it an accessory, the best
Isn't
kind.
it just a treat? Like a normal treat?
Yeah, a treat.
That's right.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a couple. Have y'all tried the fruit punch? It's really good.
No, mine should be here soon.
I got mine today, and it's really good.
Oh, good.
Good stuff.
And the photo shoot.
In
Is that
April?
just for anybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I'm glad you brought that up because I meant to say something at the beginning of the call.
I just want to fly away from Arkansas. I just want to get away from here.
It is open to everybody. So the photo shoot is
Take my big calendar.
something we're just doing for fun all together, and the more the merrier. So if you can get yourself to San Diego on April 14th, we are going to do a brunch at my parents' house, and that might sound kind of lame, but it'll be fun, I promise.
Your parents' house is beautiful.
It's like a wedding venue. It's not like it's not
beautiful.
like your parents' house.
It's
beautiful.
fun.
I'm saying, yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So we're going to do brunch and we're going to hang out, and I've hired a makeup artist. So if you want your makeup done, let me know and I'll get your name on the list, and we're just going to hang out, and then we're going to take photos, and my photographer is super nice and fun, and she's done this before with me and all this fitness stuff. So when we, say we want to do random things, she's all on board. It's going to be great. And we're trying to put together a vision board for those of you who are doing the photo shoot, so you can kind of get some ideas of, what kind of poses do I want to do? What do I want to wear? Things. It's going to be really fun.
I'm going to post it. That's going up tomorrow. It's on my list for tomorrow.
Do you know how to get flights for cheap? Does anybody know how to get flights for cheap? Like Trivago or
Google Flights.
yeah, I mean, but like Trivago or those travel.
Honestly, like any of them will get you pretty much the same deal. Not gonna lie. I haven't found one that's like way better than the other.
The other, yeah.
If you search on kayak.com, it's like, the kayak,
Yeah.
it'll search multiple sites and it'll show you all of the rates, including the cheapest on top. So That's what I use, and I travel for work, so that's what I use when I book all my travel stuff.
Awesome. I have family in Cali, so
You should come.
It's worth it. Do it. Come see us. I'm literally, I'm like, I can't wait because like it's freezing cold here.
it
was
is
1
here.
degree. One
Yeah.
degree with the
Coming
wind
all the way
chill.
from New York to see us.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And the day after I get back is the day I get my test results.
Oh,
So,
wow.
like the best distraction.
It's going to be perfect.
Cool.
I just thought it would be fun, something fun to do as a team, and maybe some of us will be meeting in real life for the first time, and so a little
Okay.
precursor to Summit. And
Summit.
Megan, are you coming? Are you coming, Megan? No.
No.
Where are you?
Me?
Where do you live?
Riverside. I'm not
Yeah, I
far from
didn't-
there.
You're not far.
No, not at all.
You just don't. You're busy.
My hubby's TDY that month. So
Oh,
I
that's
don't.
right.
Yeah. So
I feel like your kids are old enough. They could just drop them off at Andy's house with her chaos.
wait, I
Yeah,
thought you were coming to photos, though. I knew you
I
couldn't.
am. I'm
Yeah,
coming
she's
to
coming to
photos.
photos. She's
I'm
not coming to
going
Summit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not-
Summit. Got it.
Yeah.
Lexi,
like,
are you gonna
wait.
come?
Yeah, I'll be there. I was like, Megan, I think our kids are about the same age.
Mhm. Yep, they are. They can take care of
Afton, I think it's time for you to take a trip over here. She probably needs it.
Yeah.
And Summit, I can buy my Summit ticket off of the website, right?
Yep.
And they're on sale
Again.
again.
For the last time though, I think, right?
I don't know. Probably.
We will.
But yeah, if you are going to Summit, make sure you comment on that post because I'm going to create a box with everybody that's in there so we can start telling you guys details. We can make sure we have enough hotel rooms. We have a lot booked, but we have the cancellation date is coming up for canceling the rooms. And if we don't cancel, we have to pay. So we want to make sure we cancel what we don't need.
Speaking of, have you already gotten emails about that? Because I have not, and now you're worrying me.
Remember, I didn't get any.
I didn't. Okay, I don't think they've gone out yet.
No, I hope not.
Okay. It's normally not.
Minor. Yeah.
And so I will get with y'all. Y'all will give details about the rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Great. What else, guys? Before we wrap it up tonight.
Just a quick question, because I don't remember. Are we starting a new T20 group on the 1st when it goes out on general release?
A great question.
We planned one on our great
We did.
planning call a couple months ago.
I think that we should. I just don't know that I'll promote it.
Yeah. I think in
Well,
my brain a couple months ago, I thought we should do in that date because it rolls out to everybody on BOD. And here's what's different about it, though. Those people are still going to need to buy a step. So my game plan was to just email my current customers who didn't buy it yet and be like, look, I'm going to run this other group. You're going to need a step. You're going to need to buy it from somewhere. So, I mean, you could do it without, but we know that's not the same. So if you want to be in it, get your step. But with all this other stuff going on, I probably won't promote it either.
I've used it to like follow up with people because I had a lot of people who were like, oh my God, 20 minutes, but then for whatever reason they didn't join. So I've followed up with them and being like, hey, it's releasing, we're running a new group on the 1st, like we're getting ready to prep. So those are the people that I've been trying to like encourage into it.
That's perfect. And if you added in, anybody to the info groups of the past, I would go back and re-invite them, let them know. Excuse me. The other thing I wanted to say, in terms of how are you going to market to be, and we could talk more about inviting and getting in those personal conversations, but how are you going to market it with these different groups? We're calling this one coming up for to be fit, so you can talk about it that way. But what I would encourage you to do is in your story specifically explain both, talk about it. I went on today and I just said, I have 2 nutrition boot camps coming up and they're a little bit different. And let me tell you why. And if one of these resonates more than the other, let me know if you want some info, and tomorrow I'm planning to do it more with like images and words and kind of picking apart that post again and putting it in stories that way. So just think of different ways to get the message out there that you have. The more you talk about having more resources to help people, the more it will translate, I think, and not be so confusing.
So I have people that are interested in the Transform 20 as well, and that are wanting to do that. So
that's perfect. They could start on the 1st. If you have people who are interested, or if if that was your jam and you are all about it, then by all means, totally promote that April 1st group. Don't ever feel like just because I say this is how I'm going to do it or this is how I'm not going to do it, that's what you should do too,
right.
I really think you should run with, especially for those of you who are new to coaching from Transform 20, then I say run with it. Keep promoting it, keep talking about it. I wish they had a challenge pack where you could get ultimate portion fix with the step because basically when it launches on BOD, they're going to have access to Transform 20, but they'll still have to pick one or the other.
You can buy the step separately.
You can
Honestly, the same price. Like buying it with the Transform 20 like pack or whatever, like the step was still the same price.
Yeah. So I guess it's all the same then. It ends up being like $55 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, and
yeah.
So I guess that works. I mean, that's not too bad. My whole thing with the step is you got to buy it somewhere. You might as well just buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, girls. Anything else? I always want to know what you guys are thinking. Like, was this overwhelming? Was this helpful? Was this annoying? I'm always like, what are they thinking? Just looking
Always
at
helpful.
Okay, good.
It's helpful. It's very helpful.
And feel free throughout the week, guys, if there's specific things you want to talk about or have answered on the team call where it'd be better to talk it out, let us know. Message us or post in the team page, because sometimes we're like Sunday night going, what should we do about this week? What would be helpful? Because we just want to make sure that whatever we're talking about is relevant and helpful to everybody. All right, well, should we take a picture? Kimberly, can you hear me? You're the only one not on camera. I can't tell if she's cooking. Let's just take a picture. Hang on one hot second. Is anybody watching The Bachelor? That's the question. Yes. I haven't watched it in so many years, but this year I'm like all in.
It's crazy.
Hence the wine.
So much drama.
Is it 8 o'clock?
I know, that's what I do.
I watched The Housewives.
Me too.
Yeah, I watched The Housewives.
Love myself some Housewives.
Pretty good.
That's my show.
Okay, this one's really bad. What about Vanderpump?
Oh, I know.
Don't. Okay, that was. How about Younger? That's.
I watch Younger
guilty
too, yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's my guilty pleasure right there. And then it makes me feel old because I don't know half the lingo that they're talking about.
Younger and The Housewives.
I don't know which one that is.
Did you hear, Andy, who they're saying is going to be the Bachelorette?
No, who? Demi? No, they wouldn't pick her. She's like a producer's pick.
We would all stop watching.
Yeah. Who?
Hannah,
I had a feeling Hannah B, the one that
the blonde,
the blonde,
that
the
was
one
still
that
in it.
gonna dump tonight.
Yeah,
Or not
the
tonight,
one
on Monday.
next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Sorry,
runner-up.
nobody's like behind and watching it on. I almost said TiVo. Wow. Who has TiVo? Gosh, my kids get really hot and I get really giggly. Half a glass of wine, you guys. That's all I've had. Promise.
I don't even have TV, so I don't watch any of this.
You know what I do? I've probably told you girls this before, but I put my kids to bed and then I sit on the couch and I watch all the bad TV while I do all my check-ins. It's the same thing. And it's so nice. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know where she is. Let's take a quick picture. I have enough fingers. Press the button. Delaney pressing all the buttons. Okay, got it. Ready? Everybody safe. Yay. Okay.
You guys gotta go to bed. Sorry, my children are still up. It's bedtime.
I can hear them being rowdy. All right, girls. Thank you for being on.
Thank you, ladies.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Andy.
Bye.
Bye.